Hey y'all, this is Tree, the Aries Oracle. We are here to do the Libra season October oracles, holistic horoscopes. So what I'm going to do is I'm changing the format. Instead of doing it sign by sign in different videos, because that is super tiring, I'm just doing all the signs at one point. I will leave note marks or like kind of time marks, so that way you can just scroll to your sign at the bottom of the video in the comment section. And if you all can, like, subscribe, share with your friends, comment, let me know how you liked it, how it resonated. And so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I am going to start, of course, with the best sign in the world, whose season it is not, but whose season it always is, Aries, of course. So Aries, for real, for some reason I feel drawn to do love for y'all / us. Like, I don't feel like anything's going on. Like, it's not really bad, Aries. It's just like, what's going on in terms of why are you feeling the way that you feel right now? Like, what is going on in your connections, or what is maybe the lack of movement or progress that you're not seeing in your direction of light that you want to see? Also, y'all have to excuse me. I am doing these outside, and so you're going to hear cars. I'm in a nice little park. Ooh, yeah, I do have a lot going on, Aries. That's what it is. All right, Aries, so this is love, but it's also friendship. So it's like, could be platonic, romantic love. We got retreat, time alone in nature, or will help you recharge. And then here's the thing, y'all. We got two things reversed. Apology. You can expect the apology you want to hear. And integrity. Does this situation align with your morals and values? Both of those are reversed. And then you got friendship. This friendship is leading to more, with the overall energy being fate of a destined partnership. So Aries, like, I feel like maybe that's what it is. It's like going, but it's not going. Like, what's up with y'all? Like, it's like, one, I can tell y'all right now, with the apology reversed, whatever apology you're waiting for, you're not going to get. And part of it is because you're showing the universe, excuse me, y'all. Also, I'm sorry, y'all. I got bronchitis, but this video got to get done. So, excuse my coughing. I will take intermittent breaks for water and for tea. But yeah, Aries, whatever this is, like, whether it's a friendship or something that is impacting your relationship right now, or it's the friendship itself, the relationship itself, in terms of like, at the core of every relationship should be a friendship. Your partner should be your best friend, your friend, and then your best friend first and foremost before anything else, because that's how you want to talk to each other when you have an issue. It's not as a partner, it's as a friend first. You want to come to each other as a friend, because friends aren't supposed to judge each other. Friends don't judge, friends don't cross each other, friends don't betray each other. That's just that you have a common ground. It has nothing to do with your love. It's outside of the boundaries and relationships of your love, and you're looking at it more from a friend point of view. Either way, with integrity and apology, I feel like you're waiting for an apology, or like you're waiting for something to come to you, or an action, or like some type of forgiveness. And maybe it's self-forgiveness, but it's not going to happen because you're either in the same situation or in the same cycle again, or it's like you may want this person back, or like a friend back, or you're like, why didn't this work out? And it's really like, did it really align with you? Was that person really part of did what they aligned with and believed in, did it align with you? And I feel like for some of y'all, the answer was no. This was definitely a cycle where you ascended and you had started to grow, and it was time for you to move on. And as you noticed, as you lost people, friends, family, whoever, you started getting more opportunities. You started finding more success and more happiness. And by opportunities, I definitely mean shmoney, like straight money opportunities, new jobs, new creativity, new passions, new things that you want to work on, Aries. And so with that, I feel you need to be very mindful of, like, within your partnership, not to allow outside factors to affect you too much. Even if you're aware, like if you're more spiritual than your partner, and your partner is not that spiritually aware or conscious, or they may not believe in the same things as you, that's okay. They don't have to, but you're aware. So you take those precautions. Try not to make sure that you're not allowing things to affect your relationship. Even if it seems like you're fighting for it and there's like a lot going on, like, just I feel like we need to go more with the flow, Aries. Yeah, we're holding on to stuff. We're not holding on to something too tightly, Aries. Like, what are you holding? What do you not want to walk away from, and what are you holding on too tightly? Because we got the this, what is this? The Five of Pentacles. This is misery. This is like one of the most hated cards, and like I don't even dislike it that much because it's never really financial loss to me. It's never monetary gain. Typically, I meant financial loss or monetary loss. Typically, that's what it is. It could mean like a job loss or a loss of money or like revenue or something else. But for me, the Five of Pentacles really represents holding on to something. Like, what are you holding on to so tightly that you're stuck in this misery mindset of like, it's winter time, I don't have any help, there's no resources available to me. Like, I feel like definitely during Libra season, we're gonna find be more renewed, more emotional, have a lot of emotionally fulfilled moments. Also a lot of new connections, or perhaps coming to closure with connections that were no longer aligned with us. I think for some of us, it's been a year, 2 years, and it's time to really let those connections go. It's time to like release them fully. As you do release things that are no longer aligned with you, and as you start to accept that you're not going to get the apology that you're wanting, because the universe is like, no, it doesn't align with you, and I need you to see that. When you get over waiting for that apology, you'll definitely start to see that money more. You're going to have a lot of offers coming in for money, for opportunities. It may not be stuff that necessarily aligns with you or works for you, and that's okay, but you're still going to start to see an uptick in the amount of interest and hits that you get. Also, use your intuition and your discernment in choosing what you want. Whatever offer, I would definitely say hold out for the best offer. And for some of us, these offers may not excuse me, they may not come into fruition until Leo season. Like, that may be when you fully see it come into fruition, but until then, continue to work on yourself. I feel like a lot of us during these next 4 to 5 months, there's a lot of internal work that needs to be done in terms of identifying what it is as we go to this next level of ourselves, as you ascend. What is it spiritually? What knowledge do you want to gain? What is the expansion? Where do you want to expand to? How do you want your portfolio to increase? How do you want to make your impact on the world? How do you want it to stand out and to be individual and to differ from everyone else? That's what this Seven of Pentacles speaks to me on. I do feel there's definitely going to be some listen to your dreams more, Aries. Listen more into like that gut feeling. Like if you're like, you think of an idea and in your head, you're immediately like, that's a great idea, but let me tick, 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 change this. Do it. Write it down. You may not have to implement it immediately, but definitely write it down. Make sure that you follow up on that, because that can bring you a lot of money, and that's what we love to see. In terms of moving on from things and not wanting to see things for as they really are, make the choice. You have to make that choice to get out of your own head and see things for what they really are, Aries. Like, you really do. You have to make the choice. And when I say this, I mean like, act as if you were the way we describe and the way we generally see Capricorns and Aquariuses as like this logical, straightforward, very grounded, very well balanced person. That's who you want to embody when it comes to moving on from things that you know it's time to go. Because you can only hold on to misery for so long, and you don't want to keep like miserable people company. That's why they're not in alignment with you. That's why you had to move on in the first place. So I hope that all made sense. And in terms of love, Aries, as you retreat into yourself and you start kind of like identifying what it is that you want within a partner, romantically, emotionally, physically, spiritually, fiscally, all of that, sexually, understand that you not getting this apology is part of the spiritual lesson for you. Okay? You can have regret about the way that you handled a situation or the way that you ignored red flags and things that you saw beforehand. But that doesn't mean that you need to look for those red flags in every other single relationship or friendship that starts for you or that is beginning to blossom. It doesn't mean that you can't trust others that are around you. And I also feel like you, Aries, we need to tap more into that inner child. It's funny because like I cried for like 4 minutes yesterday in the shower, and it was off some childhood stuff. It was childhood stuff. It was stuff like just stuff I'll talk about at a different time, but not in this video. And I told myself like, yo, you have to say this out loud. If you want to admit it, if you want to get it out there, if you want to move on and close this chapter, you need to say these words out loud. And so I said them, and of course I'm like sitting there sobbing in the shower. Like, we all know that meme of Tobias, like in the shower holding the thing, just sobbing. Like, that was me, guys. But later that day, like, I was so tired, but I was near a go-kart track, and I love go-karting. Like, I love go-karting. And I just gone to my parents' house, and they were like, hey, we have these pictures, we have extras already, you can have them if you want. So I was like, great, cool. Took the pictures home, put in my bag. But like I said, I stopped at the go-kart track and I went for 6 laps, and it was really fun. Like, it was a great time. I had a blast. There was no one there with me. I was just by myself, racing other imaginary opponents around, just having a blast. But that was a very healing moment for me because I love go-kart racing. That is such a big fun thing for me, especially as an Aries child, to be able to drive and bump into people. That was such a thrill for me. And the funny story is, when I got home, I went through the pictures, and there's one of my all-time favorite pictures from my childhood. I had this purple shirt, and I was just like cranking the go-kart, and you could see me like I was in the lead on the mini kids go-kart, and it just really made me laugh at how things come full circle from that moment to that morning, from seeing my parents and being able to release these things and knowing that I was on the right path, because here are all these signs. I would have normally never been where that go-kart track was. It was in a different state, way up when I would normally be at, but I went there for a friend's birthday party, and I went to a restaurant down the street, and it was on my way back, and I was like, yo, fuck it, why not? We here, let's ball. So it's really like things like that. And that's what I mean, Aries. Embrace that kid side of you. Like, if you see something, an activity or a passion that you used to do or used to want to pursue, whether it could be something like learning languages, and you were like, my whole life, daddy, mommy, I want to learn languages, and your parents were like, no, you're gonna go make some money, do this, or you can't do that path, go into the military or whatever else it is, and you come back to that path of realizing what it is that you want. Go back to that, claim that. That is part of that energy. That is part of that inner child healing. Go ahead and claim that. Get that back, sis. Get that back, honey. Go ahead. Okay, thank y'all, Aries, so much. We're going to go ahead and move into Taurus here at the 11-minute and 30-second mark. I'm writing this down, y'all, because I'm not going to remember. Y'all know my memory is trash. So, Taurus is, for y'all, I'm not going to hold y'all. Taurus, I was about to do the things that you need to surrender to, but I'm gonna use my sacred geometry circle, because Taurus is, y'all are not an enigma. I feel like there's something that's dead that y'all need to let die, and y'all haven't really let go of it yet, and I feel like it has to do with yourselves. Like, blame, health, surrender. Y'all are blaming y'all are blaming other people, literally, when blame came out. It's like you're blaming another party, or you're wanting them to take accountability for their role in things, and that's great. But have you taken accountability for the way that you handled things, for the way that you did things? And even if you feel you handled it more in a better fashion than the other person did, that's great. But that doesn't exclude, that doesn't mean you're not still at fault, or you still don't have accountability, or there's still no roles that you need to play in that situation. This makes sense. So Taurus is, we got blame, health, surrender, and then discipline reversed with acceptance as the overall energy. So I'm getting a lot of purples here. Again, with the casting blame and accountability, you're blocking off your crown chakra. Why are you ignoring certain things? And because the part is like, you know what you did, or you know the role that you need to admit to what happened or what occurred, and it's like you don't want to admit it. And so in doing that, you're kind of blocking yourself, but also your own crown chakra, third eye, kind of intuitive notions off. And that's where that discipline reversed is, because you don't want to admit that you're wrong. You cannot accomplish the things that you want to because you're not showing discipline and saying, okay, in terms of integrity, this is where I stand. This is where I know what I did. This is where I know my role. That's what that blame is. I accept responsibility for my well-being. You will honor your own physical vessel, and you have to release control that, like, you can control others, because you really cannot. You cannot control a single earth on this planet. I don't care if they're your child. I don't care if they're mother. I don't care if they're your great-grandchild. I don't care if they're a twin and you have telepathic powers like Taurus is. You cannot control other people. It doesn't matter how much you yell, how much you scream, how much you fight, how much you get upset, how stubborn you are. If someone doesn't want to change of their own accord, on their own time, and in their own manner of healing, then it's not going to happen, simply put. I figured I had to do. Some of y'all, it's really having to just let go of people in the past. Like, I was still holding on to people that you used to date or like or whatever else, and it's like either you're still subtweeting or you still feel some type of way, and it's okay. Take your time in healing. I'm not saying like, yo, you have to move on immediately. But if these are people that you dated 3 or 4 years ago, unless it was something extremely traumatic like abuse or something like that, but if it was just like, bro, they left. Or they ghosted. It's like you will never find a peaceful resolution to the things that you want because you're not showing the universe enough that you want to have a peaceful resolution. There is no middle ground for you, Taurus, and that's what the issue is. Like, you're not willing to compromise. Y'all know I say that wrong. You're not willing to compromise at all. And it's like, how do you expect to find forgiveness or ask others to forgive you if you either can't forgive yourself or you can't find it in your heart to forgive those people as well? Because that's the issue. You can't ask other people for what you are unwilling or incapable or unable to do for yourself. And if you are trying to blame others for having envy on you and you're just like, oh, I'm so fabulous and da 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 da, that's great and everything, and you are, but you're also in a state of denial when it comes to your role in things. And I think that's really where the blame game comes in. You need to embrace the fact that people are free to do their own choices and make their own moves, and that they don't have to stay tied to you, and that they are not tied to you. Somebody could be married. That does not make them obligated to you. You might kill them, Tauruses, because y'all definitely are the embodiment of that Cardi B line. What is she saying? She's like, I'd rather see you in a hearse than see you with some other bitch. That's what Tauruses are like. That ass. Y'all like, yeah, no, you could die. Everybody can die instead of seeing you with somebody else, because we're supposed to be together. Even though you know damn well you haven't been supposed to be with that person in like 6 years. You haven't even cared about that person. You've been married for 3 years now. You've been happy in a relationship, but you're still thinking about that person. Why? Surrender. Release that need to control things, or surrender. And I feel like for some of y'all couldn't control those situations, so you're like regulating how you feel about them now, or like the control or the access they have to you now in life, and it makes you feel better, and that is what makes you feel like justified, or oh, they're on my page or whatever else, when in reality you're intentionally modifying, and what is it calling, like metering, that's what it is, metering the amount of access they have to you. And that's great, but you're metering someone that doesn't need to have access to you anymore. So what was the truth? Like, what is the purpose? What are you doing here? Does that make sense, Taurus? Okay, I hope so. And in terms of discipline, Taurus, worrying will not change the outcome. Get it together. Stressing will not change the outcome. Have your ancestors not provided for you every time before now? Has God, has Allah, has Yahweh, have you not provided for yourself every other time before now? So why would that not still be what is occurring now? Why wouldn't you just assume and pray and hope that is what, and trust that is what would happen in the future? What are you worrying about, Tauruses? Because you have nothing to worry about. Cancer season brings a lot of small victories for you. For a lot of y'all maybe if you don't want to get pregnant right now and give birth to a Cancer baby, do not do it. What are we, Libra season? Libra? October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Cancer season. Do not do it. If you don't want no Cancer babies, y'all, don't do it. Look what popped out, bitch. Look what popped out, the Ace of Cups. If we talking about pregnancy, that's it, honey. That is it. But also a fresh start. And I feel like part of this is also for work, Tauruses, because I feel very drawn to do work for y'all. Are y'all feeling like y'all dealing with like a betrayal or something, Tauruses? Like, okay, so it's definitely work, but it's also love. Like, it's like your work is tying in or affecting your love life right now. Yeah, so you got 2 aces. But Tauruses, it feels like you either feel like there's like a fire or air sign or somebody at your job or around you that is sneaking around, or you feel like is not being intentionally forward. They're omitting things or holding things back, and but you're also tweaking what's actually happening in real life. Because what I'm feeling like like you got the Knight of Page and then the Knight of Wands, and then the Page of Swords reversed. And with that Page of Swords reversed, I feel like you're creating scenarios in your head and taking things too far, and you need to stop, because it doesn't actually happen. Like, some things are definitely happening. Like, there's some weird, I have to wait for them to go. There are definitely some weird energies here. There are some things that just aren't making sense, but at the same time, I feel you're creating unnecessary issues or feelings of betrayal within your relationship. And it's something that could be promising to give you a lot of spirit and passion, a lot of new beginnings, a lot of fresh starts. But I feel like you're still a little in your head and you're not really wanting to do that. Like, someone could be extending an offer to you and you're still kind of like, no, you've wronged me in the past, you're gonna wrong me again, I'm not really trusting, I have this anxiety about this. Work on that anxiety. Your triggers, your issues, even if someone did something to you before, that has nothing to do with them in this current day. They could have changed. You do not know that. Do not keep applying the same behaviors to people that in the past that they used to be, because otherwise you will remain stuck. You will be the one that's stuck and you'll be like, oh my God, I wonder why this isn't working. I wonder why love isn't coming in. I wonder why something isn't working out, because you're still holding on to the same beliefs and mindsets and it's blocking you. Work on that. Work on gaining clarity in that and not wanting to be stuck in that kind of energy. And I definitely feel you're going to start to see more shifts in terms of love, or finding a job that definitely ignites those creative passions and that feeling of belonging and what you're supposed to do in your purpose within you. I hope that made sense, Tauruses. Overall energy for the day, for the reading, for the season is Ace of Swords. So a lot of clarity coming to my Taurus placements this season. Make sure that you're taking time for you. Make sure that you're using the last little bit of this kind of warm weather to go ahead and ground, get outside, get around some grass, some trees. And also for some of y'all, get in there some water. Get in there some water. That's very important. Okie dokie. So let us go ahead. We are at 21 minutes and 23 seconds. We're going to go ahead and move into Cancers. Cancers. Cancers, for a lot of y'all are entering this new season. Like, this is a great time for y'all, Cancers. But it's like, see, it's a lot of stuff lying. Hold on. It's a lot of stuff that you just don't want to see it. Like, y'all be like, nah, I don't want a new start. I just want to remain miserable. Forgiveness heals self-confidence, God confidence, and divine life purpose. Tiger's Eye, Topaz, and Aquamarine popped out for y'all ASAP Rocky. So, with this new start, I feel like things are kind of busy. You have a lot of tasks going on, a lot of new projects on your plate, and that's okay. You need to set time apart, because, as I said, you're entering this new energy. But with that comes that divine life purpose, that passion and purpose, kind of realizing what it is that you want from yourself and from life in this next step. And with that, I feel like there's a lot of still emotional healing that y'all need to do. And you're not giving yourself enough time or space to do that. You're trying to rush into this next phase, and that's not what you should be trying to do right now. Take your time. Give it a break. Like, honestly, truly, give yourself time to adjust. Give yourself time to realize that you have all the tools that you've been asking for. Give yourself time to really give yourself the grace and compassion to understand that you deserve everything that you've been praying for. And now that it's here, you shouldn't try. Now that it's here, you shouldn't try and self-sabotage it. You shouldn't try and say like, oh, I don't deserve this, or oh, they're not doing enough, or oh, not enough is happening, or oh, it's not enough money. It's more money than you were making before. This is a much better partner than before. Why are you nitpicking on something small that they didn't do? There's like a lot of improvements for y'all this season. A lot of things that y'all are getting like kind of justice on. And really seeing that you're justified in asking for and manifesting the things that you wanted. But it's like, y'all don't want it. Y'all don't want it. Why not? Because y'all are incapable of moving on from something while the cups are still upright. You feel like you're off balance, or like you haven't done enough. If you feel like you haven't done enough, if you feel like you haven't been enough, do some more charity. You guys got the Six of Pentacles clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. And that speaks strongly to being generous, being nurturing with your time and with your energy and with your money. And King of Pentacles popped out, of course. Come on, this is definitely, I mean, you got so many pentacles, y'all. So definitely money. Definitely money. Definitely things coming your way. Or here for you, honestly. And with the Queen and the King also in the 6, like, some of y'all either you have a partner or you're about to meet a partner. That's definitely that Fool I was talking about, this new start. I was just telling y'all about this. This is that new start, card 0. Y'all are about to meet someone, and I said justice this season for Libra season. You're meeting someone, and this person is like definitely a divine counterpart. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. This person was meant to heal a lot of your childhood, or generate, maybe not necessarily childhood, that's more 6 of Cups, but the 6 of Pentacles, definitely childhood, generational, family trauma, family ties, things like that. And it could start for some people, there's things like, oh, well, my family's all past, or I've cut them off, we're done, I'm a Cancer, I'm never talking to them again. That's fine. You may find that you're able to relate, or that you may grow in love with their family and their family adopts you. Like, there are different ways for different boats. So you have to really figure out what it is that works for you. For this 3-card spread, the King of Pentacles, Justice, the Fool, and overall energy is the Ace of Swords. I feel now through Taurus season, y'all need to be focused on getting your bag, 1, figuring out how you want to move on from the karmic cycles that you've been experiencing, and what you want to do with the energy that you have. Like, how do you want to transmute that energy into creating something new for this future? Because this is technically future in the 3-card spread. Right now, y'all are in the energy of justice, which is perfect for Libra season. But also, how do you want to create from that energy? How do you want to transmute it? How do you want to alchemize it? What kind of manifesting are you going to do? Prosperity, time, love, clarity, happiness, peace, stability, foundations, money, other manifestations, general things. Like, I don't know what it is for y'all. Y'all need to manifest it, though. I'd also get the feeling that you need to sit down in the next 3 months between now and the Sagittarius season and identify what it is that you want to do for the next 3 years and the next 5 years. And whether that's for business, work, career, love. And it doesn't have to be, it doesn't necessarily have to be like, oh my God, I want to have exactly 2 children back to back. But you should write down generally, I want to meet a partner my life partner that I'm going to have children with, or one of the partners I'm going to have children with, or I want to meet or be able to research the clinic that I'm going to go to for my fertility treatments, or whatever it is. If you're not partnered up, or if you have a partner and y'all need to use a fertility clinic or get in vitro, then that's what it is. For some opportunities, don't sit on them too long. If you hit an idea that you feel like is money, and also with your partner, don't take too long in trying to decide that you want to move on. Y'all have a lot of shifts, Cancer, and a lot of energy is more so you realizing that all of the things that happened in the past had to happen. You learn from those lessons, you identify with those lessons, and you've taken from those lessons, and now you're stepping more into that energy of, I'm the shit, I'm the father, I understand what I'm supposed to do, I know my role, I know my purpose, and I'm going to stand here confidently. I'm going to bring that fire, and I'm going to alchemize these other opportunities with no matter what. And again, just like Taurus, did I go to Cancer? Oh my God, I just realized I jumped Gemini, I went straight to Cancer. That's crazy. That's what I mean, y'all. Well, Cancers, like the Tauruses, overall energy, Ace of Swords. So a lot of clarity, especially when it comes to your home life and what you want, the happiness that you want to build, the foundations that you want to establish. Those are going to be very important for you in October. Really from October till Sagittarius season, but definitely October. Thank you so much, Cancers. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's just say 29 minutes for Gemini. Let's not forget. Oh my God, let's not remember. Yeah, and also sorry, I have like dyslexia where I mix up words in my head and I say the opposite of what I mean, or I'll be trying to say 2 words at the same time, like stress reduction, and I'll say rest reduction or something like that. So bear with me if I like repeat or stutter a lot of times. Okay, so first we did Aries, and then we did Taurus, and then we did Cancer, and now we're at Gemini. Okay, so Gemini. For y'all, I definitely feel like love off bucks. What's going on, Gemini? Like, what's up? Have y'all finally let that toxic person that was no good for you go? Or are you still like obsessing about them and talking about how you're better and you're gonna do so much better and how they're a loser? But they seem really happy to me. That's the feeling that I'm getting, Gemini. And I feel like the other person, like I feel like I know that you're still watching me and you're still looking at me or you're still checking for me. Even though you're trying to give this image of not caring anymore, you're still really hurt by the actions that this other person did against you or what happened. And you haven't released in the way that you say you have. So you're not really actually ready to date or move on in another sense. That's probably why you're thinking about that damn person. You got fate and then leap of faith. So fate, destined partnership. But what I want to tell y'all is not the person I was just talking about. It's somebody different. Probably another person, the second person you thought of or something. I don't know. For some of y'all, it's somebody that you just keep friend zoning. And I'm not the person that's like, oh, you know, you have to give them a shot. Like, if you're really not attracted to somebody, keep it pushing. But for some of y'all, it's like y'all have a partner or a person that you know is like in love with you or will be really willing to do everything for you, ready to start over with you, and this person would actually contribute a lot. Yep, fate was clarified by longing. Someone is secretly yearning for you. Like, y'all need to take a leap of faith on this person, because getting with this person will definitely bring you new opportunities in terms of money. Some of y'all have been like getting money after money after money, and you're like coins. That's great. Always get the coin, get the bag. But at a certain point, your partner is needed to elevate you after. And not saying they're needed to do it but whoever this person is can definitely elevate your business, your mindset, your career in different ways. And so you definitely need to be asking them for more advice or using them to study with or whatever it is for you. I also feel a lot of y'all are going through like a personal spiritual rebirth, but it's not a rebirth. It's more of like an ascension or isolation. You feel very alone because it's like you're definitely shifting some of your views and your beliefs. And because of that, you have to leave some people behind. There are things that you have to say, okay, like this isn't working for me anymore. This partnership, this friendship, things really, you have to let go of them. And I feel that moving into Scorpio season, that's of course Scorpio being death, you're really going to move into that energy of things that need to be let go of are going to be let go of. I don't feel like this. If you keep messing with this person and trying to fight for something, or keep looking at somebody's page and keep like trying to, I don't want to say delude yourself, but make yourself think that like this person is the person for you just because they feel nurturing and they tell you things that sound lovely, this is going to be the end result. Even if you don't like this card, even if you don't know what this card is, you don't like this card. It's rainy. It's a heart with 3 swords through it. All you see is rain, clouds, and gray. 3 of Swords is not a beautiful card. It is, okay, it's not. Three of Swords is a beautiful card. It is not a well perceived or received card because of the meaning. But for me, the meaning is a lot of times we break our own hearts. Geminis, yeah, somebody's going to break your heart this season during October, but it's more so going to be you breaking your own heart. Because you're trying too hard to keep something alive. And that's fine. But for some of y'all, the death card, like that's why it needs to die. Like you're spending a little too much time trying to fight for something. And you're definitely not the only person. But I also feel you have other choices. It could be a water sign or a fire sign for you, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius technically. And that could be the person that you need to let go of before you can advance with a new person. But either you're comparing a lot, or it's just like you're blocking your own blessings. Because I get the 2 kings. I got the King of Cups and the King of Wands with a 5 of Swords. And it's like, my feeling is telling me y'all could do so much better, Gemini. Like, why are you still so stuck on this person? And yes, like you're offering yourself a new start, But by ignoring that new fresh start and not taking like the signs that the universe sent you, you had a transformative moment this summer where you got turned ass out and was like, I never expected this. This is fucking crazy. Or you're gonna have one. You're gonna have one. And you're not gonna like it. But in Scorpio season, or by Scorpio season, you need to make a choice. You need to make a choice of whether you're going to allow things to die and pass, or if you're going to remain. And for some of you, it's not a third party situation in terms of cheating. It's just the fact that you're making a third party situation because you either you understand that you need to move on because it's already played itself out and it's time to go. And in doing that, you'll be offered more opportunities and more communication, or you're going to choose to stay in your head and you're going to focus on things and laboriously like wait for it to, you're going to watch it grow and you're going to be like, oh, I'm just going to be patient and watch it grow. But you're just watching your addictions grow more and you're headed in the wrong fucking direction. You're headed in the wrong direction. Why? I'm sitting here telling you what to do. Listen. I'm frustrated now because I already know you're not going to listen. Some of you are going to listen and some of you aren't. Either way, when you make that choice and you choose to be more emotionally involved and mature and tapped in with yourself, and you're making the correct choices for you, you will begin to see a lot more of your manifestations, especially romantically, starting to come to fruition. Until you choose to do that, and I'm not going to say, oh, it's just not going to happen for you. It's going to happen. It's there. You need to be alone first. You need to isolate. You need to make some choices. You need to really set down the path, like stick on the path and just have that one rod that guides your way, that fills the ground up for you in that single lantern. You do not need a bunch of people. You're especially not your friends in your relationship, in your partnerships. You don't need to tell people every single aspect of the person that you're dating. Unless you know someone is truly impartial, like you know this person is impartial and it's like, yo, because otherwise, like, even when you start to date somebody new, they're gonna be like, they're gonna mess up one time and they're gonna be like, oh girl, leave him, da 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 da. Oh no, don't bother, she da 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 da. She already. No, don't ask your friends. Do not include, unless it's somebody that you know that you can trust, that is truly impartial. And it won't just give you one-sided immediate responses because they're waiting for their turn to talk in the advice situation or situation room. Does that make sense? Okay, y'all, one last little piece of advice. We're gonna do some crystal angels. Y'all should definitely go buy some crystals, okay? Bro, what is it with y'all? What is with this y'all in this deck lately? These cards have just been flying. All right, hold on, I gotta unplug myself again. Well, first of all, socialize and join in healthy communication and relationships, sensitive emotions, and then hold on, multifaceted. So y'all got Aqua Aura, Sodalite, or Sodalite, I don't know how y'all say that, Larimar, and then Titanium Rainbow Quartz. The overall energy for y'all is Tanzanite, which is ready to love again, which is what I said. Y'all just need to be willing to let others go. And heal first from those. Like, you're gonna have a lot of sensitive emotions and you're gonna feel extra sensitive about shit, and that's okay, but that's also because you haven't finished fully processing the emotions and the trauma and the wisdom that you need to have that accumulated in the past experience that you had. And when it's socialized and join in, you have increased support. Being willing to talk to your friends and open up and, you know, put yourself out there and let them know how you were hurt. People that you trust again. Not every situation, but just, you know, when it's time to talk about it, you're gonna know, and you're gonna know who to open up to. Just be mindful. Value yourself a little bit more. Like, you want to attract somebody that is really on your level. Yeah, you should pop your shit and toot your horn and all of that, but there's a difference between being arrogant and confident. And don't get me wrong, your person's gonna be able to carry weight no matter what, because it's you and that's your perfect partner. But at the same time, how do I put this, Gemini? Having high standards is amazing, but Gemini, y'all have standards at a lot of times that basically is like God level or untouchable. Don't get me wrong. We all know the dating pool out here anyway is trash. Like, it's horrible. That's why so many people are staying with people they're comfortable with, or that they know with, or that they are familiar with, and that's fine. That's cool, whatever. If that's what you want to do, live your best life. However, understand that you're not going to see progress, and the universe is not going to really say, oh, he or she wants more. They want more because they've chosen to tell me, yo, Lord, universe, Allah, whatever, like spirit, source, this isn't really what I want. Like, I deserve more than this. I don't deserve a partner that does this. I don't deserve someone that betrays me. I don't deserve whatever. And this can be applied financially, in terms of money, romantic, platonic, whatever it is. But for y'all especially, it is romantic. Gemini. Okay. I hope that made sense, Gemini. It is time to move forward. We now have Leo at 40 minutes. Now I'm by my side. Leos. Leo. Leos, what's going on? Oh yeah, I think I fucked up. So I did Aries first, and then Taurus, and then I thought I did Cancer. I don't know, I'm gonna have to go back and look at this. Anyways, we're on Leo. It's been a long day, y'all. I've been coughing my whole life out this past weekend. I'm so tired of headaches all weekend. Alright, so we're at Leo, 40-minute mark. I'm gonna go ahead and knock y'all out the way. I thought I did Aries, Taurus, Cancer, Gemini. I know I just did Cancer and then Gemini, and I'm about to do Leo. And I know I did Taurus too. I don't think I skipped nobody. But I thought I was doing like 10 minutes each. And I know I did Aries and then Taurus. Maybe Cancer was just that 10 minutes, and then Gemini was only that 8 minutes. I don't know. Or Cancer was only that 8 minutes, and then Gemini was 11. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Anyways, yeah, y'all, I'm not that person that's like, oh my God, y'all, here's everything perfectly laid out and spread out. I fucking forget. I curse. I was in the Navy, so I definitely curse like a sailor, but don't tell my mama or my daddy. Definitely don't show this to my daddy. And you know, I be all over the place. Like, y'all about to see me, like genuine me. Like, I don't know how to get made up. I gotta figure out how to use TikTok. So if anybody knows how to use TikTok, let me know. Let a girl know, cause I gotta figure out how to get the trends and get up on that. Anyways, Leo, let's get it. Y'all not being patient enough, Leo? Okay, definitely getting some. Alright, Leo. So, oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Woo, Leo, you got a lot going on. But it's like a lot at the same time, but also a little bit. Say I got 9 cards, and of course it's 3, 3, 3, but also 3, 3, 3 in rows and columns. And off bucks, like, tell you Temperance, Judgment, Queen of Swords, 4 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and then the Sun, the Magician, and the Ace of Cups. And my face towards the end was because that last 3, that's fertility. That's baby making material right there. Got the Sun with the baby in it, the Ace of Cups, which we all know is universal love, pregnancy, and the Magician, speaking of creation. And then the overall energy, 2 of Cups. So don't rush stuff, Leos. Leo. Leo, with Temperance, Judgment, and the Queen of Swords, I feel like now through Sagittarius season, but especially this month, definitely focus on leaving shit in the past. And that could be some things as simple as you have your new partner and you're seeing qualities that an old partner had, and instead of addressing them or mentioning it, you kind of go into your head and you create a scenario and you give yourself anxiety about it, and peek through that, see through that, choose to stand more and embody this Queen of Swords. Very logical, very straightforward, decisive, not someone that gives into the anxiety of their mind. I feel you guys definitely need to get some rest with that Four of Swords. Take a break from work, take a mini vacation, a little weekend. But I also feel when you do invest in yourself and take a little break, you're going to begin to see more opportunities that will be a little lasting longer for you. In terms of money, because right now I feel like you're thrown a little bit off kilter because you're not sure how much time you have left at this position, or like maybe place that you're at, and you're not sure if you really want to stay there that long also. Like it feels like you're off kilter. It's either somewhere you're not supposed to be, or it's not somewhere that fulfills your requirements, your purpose, your passion. But with this new opportunity, most definitely, Knight of Pentacles, and that is earnest progress move like forward. That is not just like the offering itself, that is actual progress and like the actual coin, you know. That last row, the Sun, the Magician, and the Ace of Cups. So I'm gonna just ask them like a really quick question really fast, and I'm not gonna tell y'all what I asked till after I ask and after I get these cards. But this focus is definitely, I had a feeling it was definitely Leo for y'all. Y'all literally got healing, work, love, and then overall energy. Healing, is time to move on from certain things, and also have a little bit more patience, especially with yourself as you heal. You need to give yourself some rest, take some breaks, allow yourself to recoup, because that way you can really succeed and feel the success and celebrate the success that you have found in doing and moving on from those healing factors. And notice that juxtaposition, those wings there. Yes sirree, Temperance and Judgment. Okay, let me go ahead and pull from here and see what they got to say about my little question or whatever. Either way, I feel October is definitely going to be a very good month for you, Leos. Very lucrative, a lot of new starts, a lot of celebrations, and a lot of happiness. I think part of this is also going to be you realizing what you want to create or how you want to create, or rather some of you have already identified what you want to create, and this is just helping you to narrow down the manner in which you want to create and how you want to create, perhaps like more ideas, and definitely tapping in with that child, inner child, kind of allowing that person to come out and shine, that inner child. And I think that came out also earlier for Aries, so this could be a general fire sign thing. Let me ask my little question or whatever for this deck. We're gonna see. Damn, y'all got a lot going on. A year from now, I got my question. Okay. Yep. All right. So, y'all got meditation brings answers. Oh, wait, that's 4 cards. Shit. Meditation brings answers, which is up to you. Perfect timing. Forgiveness. Peaceful resolution with communicate clearly. Compromise was clarified by no need to worry. Abundance. There's something better. So whatever it is that you want right now that you're going to get a year from now, there's an abundance of it, but there's something better for you. However, in the near future, there will be some happy changes for you, some things that are starting to go your way. I definitely feel like that is what these are for. So y'all just say I know. I asked if y'all was going to get pregnant. I know some of y'all cursing me on your head right now. That's okay. Ain't got nothing to do with me because I'm going to live. Let go. Like, you are definitely, and I know a lot of people are like starting a family plan, even if it's not like, oh my God, pregnancy. Like, not right now, girl. Like I said, a year from now, take your time and doing things. This spread right here for a 1-month spread for y'all to get 9 cards. Closing that cycle out and preparing for next year, preparing for that fresh start. Once we hit the New Year's and all of them, the Zodiac, the Lunar New Year, and also the Gregorian calendar. Also, Leos, for some of you, if you have any other like Libra placements, use this season to finish closing out cycles that you need, because you're definitely going to get the things that you want as soon as you decide to stop holding on to the things that make you miserable. When it comes to love, there's a choice that you need to make. When it comes to the financial opportunity, there may be like a heartbreaking moment or epiphany of like, and it's more so like maybe not heartbreaking, but just a moment of clarity for you. But understand that like in order for you to receive these opportunities, and you're going to be getting a lot of them, Leo, you have to rest first. You have to make sure that you're not moving in the wrong direction and allowing those addictive and outdated thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that you have in your head to force you to go in the wrong direction. Move, progress from the Knight to the Queen. Do not stay as the night moving in the wrong direction. You notice how he's moving in the wrong direction, but she is simply still. It's really time to move on. For some of y'all, it's time to let it go. And between Sagittarius season and Leo season, it's going to be a really prominent time for y'all to really start packing y'all shit up, getting it all together in a box and getting ready to, you know, to go and to move. Oh shit. To move forward. Yeah, the Ace, the Nine of Pentacles. Y'all got Ace of Cups. It kind of popped out. Ace of Cups, the World, Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, the Moon, Ace of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and Justice. So definitely new beginnings, new starts, but needing to let go of things, needing to release past like burdens. And for some of y'all, it's definitely ideas. Like y'all have this thing of like, oh well, I'm never gonna be like where I used to be at spiritually, mentally, emotionally, or like I'm definitely, of course you're not gonna be, you don't want to be where you used to be at spiritually. You should want to grow, you should want to advance, you should want to have visible and mental growth for that. And that's okay. And it could be something completely different. You could have been a fucking Reiki master 5 years ago, and now you're just like, that's not part of your journey anymore, and that's okay. But you need to embrace that that's okay. You don't need to do everything, Leo. Choose a couple things, be happy with that. Don't be a Pisces right now. Like, just don't. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do one more sign. We're gonna go ahead and do, what was that, Leo? So we're gonna go ahead and do Virgo at 51 minutes. Because I feel like if the whole video is 60 minutes, that means 10 for Aries, 10 for Taurus, 10 for Cancer, Gemini, Leo, Virgo. Okay, yes, I did do it right. Okay. So 60 minutes. All right. So let's go Virgo. We're going to close it out from Virgo, and then I'll do the second half later on once I return home and I'm not in the park anymore. So let's see, Virgos. I was saving this for somebody, and I didn't know who. I was saving this deck for, but I know who it is now. Virgos, a lot of y'all are struggling, of course, with that beginning, moving into that first kind of bout of seasonal depression. Fall is officially here. Your birthdays have passed. You probably feel like, yo, another year and I haven't accomplished everything that I said I was going to do at 5 years old, and in my 2-year plan that I really condensed to a 3-month plan. And that's okay, Virgo. Well, but you all need to believe in the abundance of things around you. Like, you've literally had proof over the last 6 to 12 months of how when you let go of things and you let the universe show you what's for you and what's not, how much in alignment you will be, how fast you get your manifestations. Y'all have taken leaps and bounds, honestly and truly, these past 2 years. So y'all need to surrender your stubbornness. Y'all need to surrender the habit of people pleasing. Just those two, huh? And surrender defensiveness. And that's what I was really, Y'all have gone through a lot. Virgo, and that's okay. But you're being super rigid about allowing people into your life and allowing people to move freely around you, to giving people more trust than you do doubt, even when they've not given you anything to mistrust, even when they've not turned against you when others already had at this point. And I feel like that's definitely, it's focusing your ability to people please, because it's like, I feel like you're trying to overly please yourself, Virgo, and in doing so, you're allowing people and places and habits and mindsets to occupy your mind that shouldn't be there anymore. And that's okay. Like, we know y'all are notorious for staying in your head a little bit too much and a little bit too longer. And this popped out earlier, and I was like, I know it's going to come back. Surrender stubbornness was clarified by surrender to what is. Truly. Go with the flow. You cannot fight it. You can't control it. Accept it. Go with the flow and keep it pushing. And so, see, I knew those two were going to come back out. I was going to say something about abundance and believing that things around you are scars. Surrender to people. Your habit of people pleasing was clarified by surrender your belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to believe in the infinite nature of abundance. Have you not been provided for before? Have you not achieved all of the manifestations that you brought or that you asked for in existence before? So why do you keep setting limits? Why do you keep saying that, oh, there isn't enough or that isn't enough? And it's not even saying for you personally, but it's like you nitpick and you find small things wrong because you want people to please you. Ultimately, no one is perfect. You are definitely not fucking perfect, Virgo. So stop expecting other people to be. Stop being so defensive about yourself and your heart as well, Virgo. Learn to let people in a little bit more, especially those that have proven themselves. Defensiveness is very, very big for y'all this season. And I feel like there's a lot of fear in your heart and you're being more stubborn this time around because you're like, I'm not about to be Bobo the Fool again. That's okay. I completely understand. Who wants to be Bobo the Fool? Nobody. Absolutely nobody wants to be Bobo the Fool. But I have a feeling, Virgo, that you're not going to be Bobo the Fool as long as you and your partner are able to compromise and find that middle ground. Always speak to each other as friends. And when you can, have those conversations, like weekly conversations of what can I do to be a better partner? What can I do to be a better wife? What can I do to be a better girlfriend? But also have those conversations of what can I do to be a better friend? Because so often we talk about, oh, let's have these conversations. And that's great on a romantic level. But you also need to have those conversations with your romantic partner on a platonic level. How can I support you more? What could I have done better this week? What could I have done as your friend? What could I have approached or more as your friend than I did as your partner? Because a lot of times we expect our partner to be so on the page with us telepathically, and it's not the same way that we connect with our friends. I mean, it is, but like, you know, that link is our friend. Like, we are on the same page. So why did you not pick up on the signals that I was sending? And that's Virgos, especially Virgos, Aries. We are notorious for that. We're like, yo, I know you heard me yelling at you telepathically. Why you didn't hear me? Bitch, ain't nobody read your mind. Like, you can read your mind because we all know we're not about to be with somebody that's not on our spiritual level. But at the same time, speak, communicate. Verbal responses are needed. And I'm crying at this because I'm a very nonverbal person. I literally speak in grunts. But Virgos, y'all got support, rejection, true love, go slow, and finances. Support was clarified by fate. This is a destined partnership. Rejection was clarified by interference. And I was going to say, I think that popped out, I forgot for who. Interference, an external party is intruding on this relationship. There are people that are like either people, things, entities, and it's also yourself, like energies that are, I won't say they're rejecting what's occurring, but they're projecting what they want to happen. The failure or the outcome or whatever it is that they want in the relationship because they're not satisfied with your choice of partner or something along those lines. And it could also be you. And if this is you, work, depression, anxiety, whatever that third party is, let that shit go. True love was clarified by intuition. You already know the answer you seek. This love is emotional, physical, and unconditional. Go slow was clarified by retreat. Take time to get to know each other. Time alone or in nature can help you recharge. And Virgos, y'all know I'm always screaming, go ground, go ground, go ground, go ground. Go in some grass, go in the woods, go near some water. Go motherfucking ground. Buy a candle. Get some of my little prosperity oil. Get yourself some patchouli tea. Get a tea that helps you ground. But ground, Virgos, because when y'all don't ground on a weekly basis, y'all become very unstable, very irritable. Y'all reject people, and then you don't realize you reject people, but then you get upset when people reject you back. You can't do it. It goes both ways. Last card. Finances was clarified by self-care. Financial challenges are affecting this relationship. Clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting. Firm boundaries are needed now. Firm boundaries are not ghosting. They are not rejection. They are not passive aggressive. They speak articulately. They speak clearly. They speak openly. They speak with love. That is how you establish boundaries. You don't do it out of anger. You don't do it out of frustration. You don't do it out of pettiness. You don't do it because you're just tired and you're over it. Establish boundaries when you're fed, when you're safe, when you're comforted, when you're relaxed, when you took a shower and you don't have outside energies and entities around you, when your home is clean and your space is clean, Virgo. Do not establish boundaries when your shit ain't right, when your food ain't right, when your stomach ain't right, because it's not going to help you. I'm sorry. I know I was doing like the washing machine with some flies around. Okay, Virgo, like, did y'all get that message? Because for real, did we even do like the traditional oracle cards for y'all? I don't think so. We just did surrender. Not surrender. Did we do tarot cards for y'all? All right, so Virgos, we're gonna go ahead and do a last little bit second for you. Then Mama's gotta pack up because I is tired, boss, and I gotta get home and get ready for work tomorrow and still do these other videos and maybe do a live tonight also. Who knows? All right, Virgo, let's see what your tarot message is. Y'all is sitting on something a little too long. 4 of Cups reversed. What are you focused on? King of Pentacles. We love to see it, Virgo. Come on now. Queen of, oh, okay. Ooh. King of Pentacles came out with that though. So what is this? I don't feel it's actually somebody or you being sneaky or anything. Y'all got, ooh, see? That's how you know. Y'all got the four of Cups reversed, the Emperor, King of Swords, King of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, and then the Queen of Swords as the overall energy with the Page of Cups speaking out underneath. So with the 4 of Cups, like I said, what are y'all sitting on? What are y'all sitting on that you can't release or let go of? And you're ignoring these other opportunities that you have there. And it's emotional. It's definitely emotional. It's something that's really affecting you deeply, where it's preventing you from moving clearly into the future with a clear mind. Like you are unable to become this person right now. But the moment you decide to release what it is that you've been, the enlightenment you've been waiting for, the emotions you've been introspecting and been pondering on, when you release it, step more into your own energy and your power, which it may take a little bit to do, but you're definitely going to step into that more logical and grounded and mature energy of money. This is definitely going to take you more places, especially in terms of not career, but passion. And by not, I should say career. It's career. It's not job. It's not your job. It's your passion. But like, I feel like you got to sneak around in order to do your passion. Why is that? Why do you feel like you're not posting enough? You're not giving enough content. You're not doing enough. And it's like you're evolving and you know you're evolving. You know your work is better, but you're not putting out enough that you need to. Got told earlier today, and this is something we hear constantly, to succeed, to get that platform out there, you have to post 3 times a day. Don't get me wrong, that shit is fucking tiring, especially when you already have a 9 to 5. But when you want to leave that 9 to 5, you have to put that energy and time and investment into your passion career. You don't call your job your career. Your 9 to 5 is not your career. That's not what you're going to do for the rest of your life. Your passion is your career. And Virgo, y'all definitely need to stop sneaking around. Stop like the passive aggressiveness with both career and with both love, because you have the King of Swords here and the Queen of Swords. And then yeah, 7 of Swords was clarified by 7 of Wands. So again, that spirit, that soul, that passion, purpose, definitely elevating, but like you're sneaking around or you're being mad defensive about it. Why? Leo season will definitely see an increase in finances, if y'all don't. And also for some of y'all, this season itself is going to bring definitely more of a love connection for y'all. In terms of owning your power, get over your addictions, get over yourself. Get over yourself. That passive aggressiveness, that back and forth, that being able to not articulate and communicate clearly, get over it and let it let it go. Nobody has time for that. So Capricorn through Aries season is going to be that time for you to really let this shit go, and then everything else can flow. In October specifically, you know what I mean, specifically, you know, people like specifically, I want y'all to focus on self, on your creativeness, on creating content. You may not have to put the content out and release it, but generate content this October. We are moving into fall, whether it's photography, whether it's candles, coming up with that fall line, taking those fall pictures, the picture of death, relating it to something in your life. You can tell stories with your photos. You can make candles that create certain scents or certain mindsets that are targeted during certain crowds or whatnot. If it's something like you doing Reiki or books, like you can figure out what it is that you're supposed to be doing, but there are definitely some things ideas that you need to be expanding upon this season and this time. Okay, I hope that made sense, Virgo. Thank y'all so much for joining me. I think I covered Aries, Taurus, and then I skipped Cancer accidentally, and then we went to it was Aries, Taurus, Cancer, Gemini, Leo, Virgo. Thank y'all for joining me so much. All of these placements, all of these videos apply to sun, moon, rising, Mercury, and Venus. If everything or anything resonated, please like, share, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Thank y'all so much for this blessing. I hope y'all have a great, prosperous, and abundant week. I'll see y'all soon.